Hi everybody. My dog must think there's somebody at my door. Welcome to my quick little live today. I wanted to show you the kits that we have available for purchase, and then just paint with you and visit with you about some new ideas that we have coming up and things like that. So start off with, I'm Byrdie Larsen. If you don't know who I am, if you're catching this on a share or something, hi Lori, thanks for watching. And we have Redbyrd Designs, and we teach classes and make kits and just try and get people to do more art, which is great for the soul. So let's see, so we're going to show kits today. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we'll be making at classes this month, and then just some ideas, and would love your feedback on some ideas that we have for the future. So we'll start out with next Sunday we have our painting class, and it's that winter bird scene, so I'll show you that. So this is a 12 by 12, some pretty simple colors, but super fun. We still have 6 spots available for this. This is Sunday. It'll be from 1 to 4. I don't think it will take 3 hours, but I scheduled it for that just in case. This is a smaller canvas, so this is $35. Hi, Jen. Hi, Jody. Awesome. I love that the Joy Kit worked for her. That's amazing. Awesome. And then Monday we are doing the Valentine gnome. And both of these classes on Sunday and Monday will be at the Busted Knuckle. The Valentine gnome is this, and I'll have all my paint colors there, so if pink's not your color, if you want to go red or lime green or something else, you can definitely be able to do that. You can do different patterns on the hat. I did take off his bow, but he will have a bow here, so we'll have that on Monday from 6 to 8. And then the following Monday we have the gnome and heart class, and that's where we'll make the little sock gnomes. And I have tons of different socks, so we'll show you how to make this. I'll have all the supplies for these, but we'll have the couples there for that. And then we'll also do the canvas heart or felt flowers. And so I'll show you how to roll these roses with felt, and then we'll glue them on. And so that's kind of a multi-crafting class, I guess. So we'll get our hands dirty in a couple different crafts there. So those are the classes that we have in Glasgow coming up for January. And each class has a handful of spots left over, so if you want to join in, head over to our website to get signed up for those. And so the kits, I wanted to just show you a few of the kits that are available on our website. Our website, really simple, is just redbyrddesigns.com, and then if you go along the top, all products, you'll see all our kits available and the classes that we have. So just give me a second here. I'm going to see if I can see your comments a little bit better. Okay, so the kits that we have available. Hi Stacy, hi Marissa. We have the wood sign, Love is in the Air. This comes pre-painted white with all of this traced on. I hand draw it on, and then you get the paint for that and brushes for that. And then there's instructions. They're really just guidelines, like paint the truck teal, add a little bit of gray to the black wheels to give it some dimension. Hi Margie, welcome. So there's that one. The paint kit is $20. We have just a canvas set of gnomes that make the heart. They're holding the little valentines for each other. So there's that one, 2 canvases, they're 5x7, and you get the canvas. It has the outline traced on for you, and then the paint pots and the brushes come with that one. Another single gnome. This is a wood canvas with the cute little gnomes there. $20 for that one. And then one more, the short little gnome kissing. So this is a set as well, $20 for that one. So those are all available on our website. Just wanted to show you those. So yeah, today though I'm going to paint this Valentine heart decoration, and this is a kit available. This kit is not only painting, but you also do some felt flowers. So I thought that was fun. So again, this is a multi-crafting kit, I guess. But you get with the kit, this one is $25, and it is available on our website right now. I'm only gonna have 15 of these, so if you want one, don't delay. You'll get the wood heart, and it's about 10 inches top to bottom, side to side. You'll get the the metal Valentine word for that. Some little black string. You'll get a pre-cut little twig here, and then some pre-cut felt flowers that I'll show you how to roll. You'll also get 2 brushes, and then 2 paint pots, the black and white. So yeah, those are this one will be $25. So I'm gonna get started painting this, and then also just visit with you while I paint and show you how to create this piece, about some possible paint club maybe coming up or something, or like a monthly club, and get some ideas from you. So once you hop on, do say hi so I can see you. I'm trying to get a second device to see comments a little bit better, so. You know, I watch other people do live, and they seem to have it all together. They're like got 6 devices, and they're like, oh, comment here, and anyways, I'm not there yet. They need to have classes on just to have Facebook Lives. Anyways, okay, hi Becky. So to start with this piece, I'm going to just take that hanger off, and it has this, let's see if I can get that, it's almost like a shoelace side. So you'll be able to slide that back in after you're done. So you just slide it in, and then turn it, and it stays in that hole. So I want to take this out because I don't want it to get white when I'm painting. So I'm going to push my camera down a little bit so you can see my table. And I'm going to start with white, and I want to get 2 coats of white on. So we'll just get this white paint in. And I'm just going to use my big chip brush because I can get paint on there faster with this brush than the smaller one. I'll use that smaller one when we paint the Buffalo Plaid. So I'm just going to quickly get a coat of white on there. Has anyone ventured out in the cold today? Had to work or do anything outside? I was out there for like 5 minutes, and my fingers were frozen. Not looking forward to the cold snap. Okay, so a quick coat on that real quick, and we'll let that dry. So my thought was to create or do something like a monthly crafting club where I have a kit and I get online and Maybe it goes on sale at the beginning of the month, and then we schedule time at the end of the month to paint together. You know, you could do it from your home, or you could get a couple ladies together and do it together in your living room or something. It's kind of what I was thinking there for a crafting club. Is anyone a part of a monthly like club subscription where you're painting online or doing anything like that? I'd love to hear your feedback if you are. So we're going to give this a few minutes to dry. The acrylic paints dry really fast, so this craft shouldn't take you long. But it's one that you could just put a coat on and go do a load of laundry and come back and just have it sitting on your counter. It's not going to take up a lot of space. Okay. Give that just a few more minutes. And I am going to, while this dries, see if I can link in my website to my live video here. Make sure that I'm not losing you guys. So let's copy this. Okay, so I put a link to our website shop in the comments, and let's see if I can pin that to the top. Nope, that's okay. Okay, so this is pretty dry. We'll put our second coat on. And I made mine to be rustic looking, so I'm not too concerned about getting a good coat on here. I just want to cover some of the brown that you can kind of see through there. I'll make sure I stay in frame here. Okay, so quick second coat, and I'm going to let that dry. And then while that dries, I'm going to build my flowers, and then we'll come back and put our Buffalo Plaid on that. So I'm going to move this just to the side here. So the flowers are really easy. They're already pre-cut for you. So all you'll need to do, and I'll just show you a little close-up of those. So you get 3 flowers, 2 large and 1 small. And this is how they come cut for you. Try and get it back to how it looks. So these are rolled flowers, and we're just going to roll them and then glue them. So you'll need some sort of glue, whether that be a glue gun, or you could use the tacky glue. That works really well, or you could even use Elmer's glue. It just you might have to hold it longer while the glue dries so that it doesn't fall apart on you. So you can roll it just with your fingers by folding over the end. So I took the end on the outer edge of the flower. So if I look at this flower, I'm going to start rolling with this outer edge. Like I said, you can just use your fingers. I like to just start it with a pencil because then I can get that roll nice and tight in the center. So this is going to be your center. You're building your flower out from that. And I'm just going to roll this around the tip of that pencil. And eventually it'll get big enough that I don't need the pencil and I can just use my finger. But you can see how See if it will focus on that. And I'm just rolling it around that pencil tip. You could also use tweezers or a bamboo stick or something small like that to roll around that. So there we go. Now I've got a good start on it. I can just use my finger there. Hi, Mom. Is it cold in Helena? Is there anyone outside of Glasgow watching? If you are, I'd love to hear where you're from and what your weather looks like. We have freezing weather. So what I'm doing is I just continue to, I'm using my two fingers like this to hold the flower, and I'm just rolling this spiral around, and you can see how my flower petals are starting to get a little bit bigger, and they're just gonna get a little bit wider as they go. And you don't want to pull too tight, otherwise your flower will be small. I mean, you could roll it really tight and have a smaller, more dense flower, or the looser you are, the bigger the flower will become. So we're just gonna roll this. You can kind of see how that's going. And then I'll show you what the bottom looks like, because the bottom is not gonna be completely flat. You don't want it to be. It's gonna have some of those edges sticking out there. And we're gonna continue to roll until we get to the bottom. Now the center of the spiral has a little tab right here, and that's where we're going to glue, and then we're going to close it off right there and secure the flower. So I'm going to add a dab of hot glue to my tab. So I got a little dab of glue there, and I'm just gonna push it down in there and then push that glue around inside the flower. So there we go. There's your cute little rose. A rolled rose is what they're called. And if you pull on it too hard, it might start to fall apart, but once we get it on the wood, the glue underneath, when we attach it to the heart, will secure that. So let's make the other two. So again, we're gonna start with that outside spiral. And when you're starting it, when you're looking at the spiral, this part right here is your flower that's facing up, and this is the bottom of your flower. So you don't want to roll it so that this is, you don't want to roll it this way. You want to start it with your half circles facing up, or making that your outer bit of your flower. So I'm going to just wrap it around the tip of my pencil a couple times, get it started, and then I'll just use my fingers. And I like to pinch the bottom of it and the top like this, and then I just roll around my fingers. So you can see it start to build there. And again, you'll get a different flower depending on how loose or how tight you roll your rose. And either will look fine. So if you wanted a medium-sized dark pink rose, you could roll this just a little bit tighter. You could even cut excess off, so maybe you didn't want to have it as big. You could cut that excess off and not roll all that around there. So you could change sizes very easily that way too. Go. So there's that. All right, I'm checking on my wood right here. I might have to blast it with a blow dryer to get it to dry a little bit faster. But so here's the small one. This one is just as easy to make. It's just grabbing it and holding it can be kind of a pain. And I put fake nails on for the holidays because I never wear them, and it was just something fun, a fun splurge for myself. And I forget I can't craft with nails on. I'm not used to it. So I'm a little bit clumsy right now, but I'm gonna get them cut tomorrow, and hopefully that will help. And maybe I'll be able to keep them. but when you're not used to them, it sure does make a difference how you maneuver. I just think these roses are so cute. Okay, there's the little one. And the big one. How cute are those? So simple. So those, your flowers are done. All right, let's get this heart over here and see if we can't get going on that. Okay, so once you've got your first coat of white, oh, thanks, Lori. I love them. They're just hard to get used to. So once you've got your second coat of white and it's dry, what I'm gonna do is draw in a checkerboard pattern to create that buffalo plaid. And I just use a ruler. You can use any size ruler you have, or if you don't have a ruler, just a piece of paper cut to a thickness that you want, because I'm just gonna use the thickness of this. And I'm gonna line it up along the top of the heart so that this piece here and this piece here match, and then I'm going to just lightly draw a line across. And then I'm going to use the thickness of the ruler and line it up the top of my ruler to the line I just drew, and just keep drawing lines all the way down that way. This way you're not having to measure anything and then draw your lines. You're just using the thickness of your ruler as your buffalo plaid. And make sure that your lines are lightly drawn. You don't want to draw them too dark, otherwise they'll stand out when you're painting. And you can erase them after, but if they're too dark, again, they're harder to erase. They start to engrave the paint a little bit, so just nice light lines. All right, and so then I'm gonna go the other way with it, and really no rhyme or reason to do it in doing it this way. I like to start at the center and then work my way out on each side. So I'm just gonna go and get it as straight as I can in regards to the heart, and then again using the thickness of the ruler, draw my horizontal or my vertical lines. And this is a rustic looking sign. Well, I made it that way. You could definitely skip some steps and make it a super neat buffalo plaid. So, you know, some of the things that I'm doing, it's okay if it's not exactly perfect because I want it to look worn. If you were looking to do a super neat, new looking buffalo plaid, bit different. Again, I wanted that really worn look. So what I'm going to do is I'm really not even going to mix my colors. I'm going to let my brush do the work for me. So I'm going to dip my brush in the white mostly and just get a bunch of white on there. And then I'm just going to do a quick little dab in the black. And when I paint that on, As I'm painting, my brush strokes are going to mix the gray for me, and so I'm going to get a different gray every time, which is what I wanted. I wanted to have the variation there. So I'm going to turn the heart maybe towards you and see if that helps. This light isn't the best. So I'm going to start just by choosing a square at the top, and I'm going to just paint it gray, and see if I can get that a little closer so you can see how that variation happens. So what I'm going to do is let my brush strokes create that gray for me, because I have the white and the black in my brush. You can see how I've got some variation there. And so I'm really not concerned with it. I wanted it to look like it had been worn. Now, if you're making yours and you want to have a good solid gray, throw some of that white on a plate, add just a little bit of black, and pre-mix it, and then paint with that. So you can do that way too. So again, I'm gonna just get my brush really wet with the white, and then just a little dip into the black. And I'm gonna go through and paint a checkerboard pattern with white and gray to start with. And then once we have that, we'll come back in with the black. A lot of white, a little dip in the black. So some are gonna be a little bit darker, and some are gonna be more light gray. And move your heart around to get the best brush strokes that you can. It's okay to move it, you know, upside down so that